a champion in so much he was very tall for those days, and he was a great mark and a great kick.
He was a freak, and the words like unstoppable, outstanding, all those words are used about him.
What sort of kicks full forwards used? Or we all used drop kicks and punt kicks, wobbly punts. I think he mainly kicked torpedo punts, which occasional footballer does these days when he wants to get a bit more distance. But in those days, the torpedo punt was the kick of choice, kicking for goal.
He said he was a brilliant mark, very fast lead, and a very accurate kick, and that sums him up really.
He invariably took the mark, and he was a very accurate kick for goal. Very accurate, remember? Yeah.
He had the knack of leading into open spaces. He was quick off the mark, and he was very big. He was 6'4", which was very big in those days. He would have normally been a ruckman.
And we played Queensland in the final of the B section, which we won, and Duncan dominated that day.
He was there to kick to, looming very large, and you kicked it out in front of him, and he grew to learn that he would snaffle it, take a mark and kick it from anywhere, and you'd walk back to the centre, wait for the bounce. It was almost automatic.
I remember it exactly because it was my first game with the Blues in 1952 against Collegians at the University Oval, and the Blues kicked something like 22 goals, which was the big score in those days, and Duncan kicked 12, and I thought, oh, you know, this is great. So that was the biggest haul of goals I can remember him getting. He constantly kicked 8, occasionally 10. His nickname was Ernest, which I think says a lot. He was quiet, very serious bloke, but well, I suppose you'd get a couple of beers into most people. He was a bundle of fun, had a great sense of humour.
Quiet sort of fellow, fairly serious. He didn't have a great sense of humour, Duncan. He took everything very seriously, including his footy and his cricket and his anything.
So Duncan was the coach, and there wasn't much coaching, but of course the coach and the captain had to make speeches. And this match against Hampton Rovers, down at Hampton Rovers ground, we were all 20, 21, and the team players seemed to have their birthdays on a Friday night. And I'm sure it must have been someone's 21st birthday on the Friday night. There we are at Hampton Rovers, top of the ladder. Hampton Rovers fairly well down, came 3/4 time, and we're 6 goals behind, which was almost certain defeat at that stage. Duncan steps up for his 3/4 time address. Goes like this: roses for some, orchids for very few. We're 6 goals down. If we don't kick 7 goals this quarter, we'll lose. Thank you.
And did you kick the 7 goals?
No way.
Quite exceptional football player and a good all-round sport. As I say, he was a good cricketer, good batsman, and useful change medium pace bowler. And I think he hurdled for the school.
Top bloke. That's 2 words.
Duncan Anderson, Big V champion.